Hi everyone, this is Elvia. I'll be doing some step-by-step videos on printmaking. This one will focus on Drypoint on Plexi. I am using Clear Carve from Jerry's just because it's easily available to students. It's cut by 5x7, but I'm also, I've been known to use this polycarbonate from Plexi from Talkage, which I love. It's really flexible and easy to cut. I have not beveled my plate for this process just because it's a little bit thinner and I will be printing without a press. I'm using this little Lucian Freud dog that I always use for my demos. I printed it in black and white and done a horizontal flip in Photoshop so that it is backwards on the plate when it's applied, and hopefully prints right reading when we print it in our next video. I'm using a Drypoint etching needle, just a regular etching needle, but you can use, if you're an at-home artist, you can use a sewing awl, you can use a needle, a nail, a razor blade, anything that kind of creates some marks. For mark making and texture and value, I'll be doing some cross hatching and hatching, but if you have those traditional, etching roulettes that we use on copper, those are great for creating some surface, and hopefully we'll see how this plate turns out with our printing demo. So I printed my image, I've adhered it all four corners with just some clear tape. I like working directly from the photograph of my own drawing or a drawing that I'm using like today. Some people like to, trace their image on the Plexi with the Sharpie. I think that's a great approach as well. It's a little bit clearer to see. It gives you a little bit less information. The photograph is so nice that it adds some inspiration with all the values and textures. So that's what I'll be doing today. When I'm using my stylist or etching needle to create line work, I'll go around the image and then add value second, but your approach is your own. I am putting a little bit of pressure. The angle that you go will create a different kind of burr. The burr is just the little material that kind of gets raised and captures ink while you print. On Plexi, it doesn't, last as long because we are working with the material that is kind of soft, and copper as well. Going through the press, printing process kind of dulls that burr down. So I'm also trying to incise the line so that when the ink is applied at a later date, once this image is done, it can create a groove so that the ink captures there and then gets transferred to the wet paper, whether you're working through a press or working at home. I have not beveled this plate since it is a little bit thinner, and I'm working with a non-press process. But if you are running this through a press, I do suggest beveling all four edges, a 45-degree angle with a single file. So once I sort of get started, I will be creating my image with line work and cross hatching. I find it a little bit, difficult to see because of the darkness of the image. It's kind of hard to see what you've done so far. So I have a little piece of paper. You can use just a graphite ebony pencil, and I also like using this little graphite stick, which kind of captures the line work you've done already. It's kind of a nice way to sort of see what you've done, but not too messy that it can be cleaned off, so that you can proceed with your image. So I'll continue with this work. Hopefully we'll see how it prints on our next demo. Thanks. Bye.